Hey guys, thanks for joining. It's another day in the life of ID Buzz. Today I'm going to make a very special video. I'm going to tell you top 5 annoying things about the ID Buzz, or things that you need to know before you buy this car. Again, I'm filming here from the beautiful Alps in Switzerland, so it's been quite snowing and cold this last few days. But let me just hop in board and let me start off by reviewing some of the annoying features from the interior, and I make my way outside to the exterior. So the beautiful Alps, as you can see, a lot of snow. The annoying feature number 1 is actually related to the cold weather. It's the seat heating function here in ID Buzz. This particular version of the ID Buzz comes with front passenger seat heating, so you can see the 2 symbols. But one of the most annoying feature, which I only discovered after playing around, is when you click on the seat heating, when you wanted to activate the seat heating, there is no seat heating option that comes up in the screen. So basically this particular menu takes you directly to controlling the massage function, which this particular ID Buzz is also equipped with, and also the seat position, but there is no seat heating option. And likewise the same thing for the passenger seat as well. To activate the seat heating, you need to use this 3 dashes on the screen. So again, very hard to hit when you're driving, but you need to control the seat heating from here and the intensity of the seat heating by clicking that multiple times. So I'm not really sure what the Volkswagen team who was designing the infotainment system were thinking, because clearly the particular icon is for the seat heating, but it does not actually include the seat heating. For controlling the seat heating, you need to use the 3 dashes next to it. It took me a while to find this out, and again, as I said, the icon is not straightforward. It's hit and miss when you're driving and trying to control the seat heating function. So I would have expected Volkswagen to make the icon slightly physically bigger, because it's something that needs to be used quite often in countries like Switzerland, where we have cold weather pretty much throughout the winter months. Annoying feature number 2 is actually related to the camera functions. So before upgrading to the ID Buzz, I used to own an Audi Q5, and the 2001 version of the Audi Q5 had the best infotainment system. I think it had its physical controls at the bottom to access everything from seat heating to camera controls. This particular ID Buzz, the camera controls are quite hidden in the menu, so it's very difficult to access when you're driving and you want to quickly check if you're going to hit something else on the curb. To access the camera functions, you need to first click the park icon and then click on the camera, and this is where you can basically get access to the 360-degree cameras. Again, it's a bit of a faff that you have to click multiple times to access the cameras, because I think for such a big car, I would have thought it would have been much more better for the drivers to access the cameras quite quickly with a hit of a button. So again, it's something for Volkswagen to improve on. Also, one of the things that I would like Volkswagen to do is that the system remembers what is the most preferred option within the parking system. So I frequently use the camera control and not really the park assist. So I would rather have that defaulted to camera view when I click the park button. But as you can see from here, every time you hit the park button, it again defaults to the park assist. And let's be honest, how often do we use park assist to park in tight spaces and when when the roads are busy? So again, Volkswagen, please try to use some common sense and try to give access to the camera control, or at least the button, the most used option from a driver's perspective. So the annoying feature number 3 is also related to the infotainment, unfortunately, and this relates to the radio control. So if I click on the radio and media to access my favorites, these are all my favorite radio channels. As you can see, I like to listen to some of the British radio channels and also some of the local Swiss channels. And if I click on the radio channels, the overall sound is amazing with this optional Harman Kardon sound systems. But one of the most annoying feature is when you want to control while you're driving and want to change the channel from the steering controls, you click on the steering controls and it's not the favorite list that changes, but basically the system goes through the entire channel list and selects the next channel in the list. So I'm not really sure what Volkswagen was thinking over here. If you have a favorite menu and you want to cycle through the channels, I would have preferred the Volkswagen engineers to basically limit this particular feature on the steering wheel to control the list within your favorite channel list and not the entire channel list, because otherwise it's pointless. I have to every time go to the screen and click on the next channel which I want to access. Now the fourth annoying feature of the ID bus, which is quite important and it's quite also from a safety perspective very crucial, are the door mirrors. I just don't think the door mirrors are big enough and deep enough to be able to look to the traffic coming in the second and the third lane. I think Volkswagen, when they were designing the overall door mirrors, I think they were really restricted with the size of the mirrors to maximize the overall efficiency. So I believe that they have not really gone for a bigger door mirrors, which I really think that for such a car, passenger van, I think you really need to have big door mirrors to be able to see further away in the second and the third most lanes when you're driving on the motorways. Also, one of the annoying features that I found out, and I need to take this one to the dealer, is the mirrors. And when I click on the mirror setting, there is a setting which basically where you can lower in the reverse gear. This particular setting just doesn't work even when it's activated. So ideally, your right hand mirror on the passenger side should lower when I put the car into reverse gear. So I'm just going to flick the car into reverse gears, and as you can see, it's doing it right now. And now when I put the car back into the drive mode, nothing happens. The reverse, the mirror stays in the bottommost position. Even when I slightly move the car forwards, as you can see, I'm driving away, nothing happens. Let me put the car back in park mode, and still the mirrors stay at the bottom. So I don't know whether this particular issue is limited to this particular car or it's also due to a software bug. But I would highly advise you, when you pick up your Volkswagen car, try this one out and see if this works, because I think it might be something that you may have to immediately get it sorted from the dealer. Moving on to the next topic, when I picked up the ID bus comes with a parcel shelf, which basically gets attached on the third most row of seats on either side. Of course, we have taken this parcel shelf off to fit the seat number 5 and 6, which has currently been taken out. So really, if you're using this particular ID bus as a 5-seater or 6-seater, you don't really have any purpose for having this parcel shelf. The good thing what Volkswagen have introduced is that the ID bus should come with a cap which you can plug on top of those points on where the parcel shelf gets assembled. However, when I received the delivery of the car, it came with these particular caps, and as you can see, they do not fit on top of the point where the parcel shelf gets mounted. Even the dealer couldn't figure out why this is the case. These are unique caps, mainly for ID bus. I've also read through several online blogs, and I also saw many owners reported similar problems, or in some cases they didn't receive the caps at all. So please make sure when you pick up your ID bus to check whether they are the right caps that you have received with the car, and you receive those caps. After complaining to a dealer, the dealer sent me these caps after a couple of months, and they fit perfectly now. So do keep an eye out for it if you're picking up the ID bus, to make sure you receive the caps and they're the correct ones that fits that. It just keeps the cabin at the back neat and tidy, especially when you have kids traveling. So the last annoying feature, which I think is related to the boot opening on this ID bus. This particular car is equipped with easy open system, basically where you can drag your feet at the bottom of the bumper and the boot opens. Let me just demonstrate this one to you. So if I just drag my feet, the boot should open by itself. Now the reason I'm saying that it's an annoying feature, actually the the sensor works quite well. I think it's one of the best ones I've seen working in another car, in any car. But one of the issues that I've found is with such a big car, and typically you have to reverse into parking lots or in when you're charging the car. So guys, this is a prime example of what I was talking about. If you park very close to the back of the garage wall, or in my case, the garage door is fairly close to the back of the car when you're parked. Every time I used to walk along the narrow path, it used to accidentally trigger the open and close function, causing the boot door to open, and in one of the cases it even touched the garage door. Luckily there was no damage to the car, but I found it very annoying that Volkswagen has not really introduced a clever way. The car is already equipped with sensors which detect distance at the back of the car, so it should already know how far back you're parked against the object, so it shouldn't really open the door if it's going to know that potentially there is a clash of the door with the back wall. So Volkswagen should really consider such simple features just to protect and introduce some intelligence in terms of how certain features in the car work. So what I tend to do is, typically because of after this issue, I just basically switch off the open and close feature which comes in the car, so you can just navigate yourself to the menu for the car settings and then just click on the easy open function to be switched off. So there you are, guys. These were my top 6 annoying features of the Volkswagen ID Buzz. I can guarantee you that all the 6 issues that I've shown in this particular video today, not a single reviewer or channel have reviewed them before. I think this has only been discovered after using the ID Buzz for several months now, and I just wanted to share my honest opinion with you guys. If you have not yet seen my detailed review of the interior of the 6-seater ID Buzz, click on the links in the video to the video. I think that's a very useful video if you want to consider buying a 6-seater ID Buzz. Again, not many videos are available online which basically reviews the interior space of the 6-seater. My next video will be focusing more on the positives, so subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and stay tuned for my next video where we will be focusing on top good things about the ID Buzz that I found in my daily use.